Welcome to Wellness Verse. This is your safe space for all things spiritual and holistic healing. So this was again video that I wanted to do for a while. I did an earlier video on sleep and how to sleep well, etc. So you can refer that video as well. This is purely for um, overall health and fitness. There were a lot of incidents of people falling sick all around me, so I just decided to make this video and see if it helps anyone out there as well. So let's just go ahead and see what this is all about. Why do we need to, have a good health, and why bother maintaining, your health and stuff. Also, I wanted to clarify something. Someone recently asked me, um why would I focus on fitness or health or body, maintaining the body when I'm just a spiritual coach. So basically, I wanted to clarify that as well. It's a very good question, very valid. So spiritual coaching is a holistic healing modality. It consists of taking care of aspects such as the physical health, emotional, mental, and spiritual. So all of this together keeps a human being healthy, fit, happy, and active. Because if any one aspect is not working for your highest good, then you start feeling upset around those areas. One aspect can also affect another aspect as well. So it's important to maintain everything: your emotions, your mind, body, thoughts, your spirit. Each one needs some sort of food in their own way. Each one needs to be fed in their own way. Each one needs to be maintained. And the fact is that when you're born, for a certain age, of course, your parents take care of your health, and you know, all that is something that you don't have to think about as a child or in your childhood, But from teenage on, it's something that you need to start making a conscious effort to start taking care of your health, because you're born here. You need to invest in your body. You need to maintain it till you die. Otherwise, you could also end up depending on other people to take care of you. So that is one of the prime reasons, at least. Not just prime reason, but yeah, you owe it to yourself to take care of yourself. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and explore a little bit more about what we can do to maintain our health. So we've all heard this cliche term, health is wealth. And so if you ever wondered why that is, it's because you know this is something that is priceless. You can have all the money in the world, but if your health is not good, or not good enough, or not maintained, or if you're unhappy in that aspect, there's nothing, no amount of money, no amount of anything else can make you happy. So this is important, because if your health is not there, it's like the basic foundation of you functioning every day on a daily basis, dealing with all that comes your way, dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety, dealing with all that is thrown at you on each day. If your health is not good enough, how are you going to, be able to deal or cope with all of that? So instead of just speaking about health randomly, I just thought of some questions I made up, and I will try to answer these questions myself and see if I'm able to answer them. So yeah, so basically we need to maintain our health because we need to function on a day-to-day basis. Whether you're a teen, whether you're a kid, whether you're an adolescent, whether you're going to work, all the more important, you need to be healthy every day. You won't get, as many leaves if your health is not good, or if you're not strong enough, or if you're not healthy enough. And also, to just carry out all your daily tasks and activities, it's important to maintain good health. So let me just answer these questions one by one. So what is good health, and why should we bother? I think I answered this in the beginning of the slide itself, that we're born here and we owe it to ourselves to take care of our body. Although this is something that is pre-made, pre-planned before you're born. You sit with your masters and you decide when you're going to be born. That specific minute, date, time, second, everything is decided and sorted, and the whole blueprint is made, with your masters and guides as well as the universe. So when you're born here, of course, you don't know what plans you made for yourself, but you do have that a certain amount of free will where you have the control to take care of your life and take care of your health as well. So it is up to you to, in your interest, to take care of your body and how it functions and what comes up on a daily basis. There could be different things that come up even though you're maintaining your health. How do you do that? That is something for you to keep working on a daily basis. So it doesn't mean that, if you are extremely healthy, you won't die. All of us are going to die. So there could be questions around this that, anyway, I'm going to die, so why bother maintain my health? So that's not up to you actually. Since you're born here, someone has given you this body as a gift. You need to treat it like that. Treat it like a gift, treat it like something that is valuable and something that your spirit is residing in, the chariot that you are in. And just see what you can do, at least the basics of maintaining it on, so that it's running and functional and that you're not disturbed or distressed by it. So yeah, I hope I answered this question. And what is your daily routine? So it's important to have a routine so that you're disciplined. If you don't do a disciplined kind of a daily routine or a schedule, then you tend to slack off on your health as well. So 1 or 2 days here and there, off and on, is okay, but it's important to maintain a good daily routine, a good healthy routine where you start with, you just wake up and you can't run around doing stuff, right? So you should wake up, with thoughts about the divine and do some simple basic breathing exercises. If possible, just zone out for a few seconds or a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Plan your day or do whatever, just go blank if possible. If not, at least spend that 5-10 minutes with yourself before you give your time and energy and commitment to the world. So start with your exercise routine. If possible, go for a walk, after you've so let me go back. You need to, as soon as you wake up, do all of your breathing and gratitude and all of that, and then get to as soon as you wake up, within half an hour, you should have something to eat. So maybe like a fruit or something, a banana would be great. Some fruit or nuts or something, so that you're starting healthy at least, and then you're committed. You promise yourself to take care of yourself for the rest of the day. And yeah, so then you can have your tea, coffee, whatever, and light break. Actually, a very good breakfast, not light breakfast. You can have protein in some form, whether you're having plant protein or eggs or chicken or meat or fish or whatever. This is a good time to have that early in the morning. Have a good, extremely good, healthy breakfast, and then if possible, go for a run or do some walking or whatever you like to do. Some people prefer to exercise and then eat. In that case, make sure you had some fruits at least or a juice before you go for your exercise, run or yoga or whatever else that you're trying to do. Some people are okay with eating and then walking. So see what suits your body and do that. So yeah, you have to incorporate some amount of physical exercise as well, and especially if you're having protein in the morning, make sure you have energy when you've had protein. So do some kind of exercise so that your body is maintained and you're getting toned up and all of that. And then continue the rest of the day, your work or whatever else is required. But then make sure that if you feel stressed throughout the day, just get up a little bit, look around, look out the window, or shake your shoulders, move, rotate your shoulders, arms, whatever is hurting you, shake it off. And then if you can, again in the evening, if you can do a light walk or exercise or something that works for you. So the evening exercise should be lighter depending on your age. If you're younger, you can do a whole lot of stuff. You have a lot of energy, you can just literally bounce off. But again, be careful not to overdo anything, because extreme exercise and no rest is something that can cause you more damage than benefit. So make sure if you're exercising or if you're doing anything physical like housework or something that is expending your energy, make sure you compensate it with water, food, and some rest as well. So get that rest, slow down your breathing, keep watching your heart rate, bring it down to homeostasis, bring it down to normal heartbeat rate. And then before you can sleep or eat dinner and stuff, make sure you do a little bit more of breathing and meditation. Again, in your daily routine now, not just exercise, but food is also important. What time are you eating? If you've had a healthy breakfast with proteins in it, you can have a medium kind of lunch, whatever works, like dal, rice, roti, sabzi, or meat, whatever you like, but again, a limited amount. And if you feel that at work, you might not want to eat too many carbs, because then you can feel sleepy and stuff. So see that you're controlling the amount of carbs that you eat. Salads are good. If you feel that you've eaten something, compensate it with salads, and a cup of curd or a cup of buttermilk will help you, get the spices down. And again, night should be go with the sun and moon every day. I always say that, start your day early, and midday have your lunch. Keep 6 hours gap. 3 meals a day is good for a normal adult. 6 hours gap is good. So if you had your breakfast at 6:30, then you can have another one at 12:30, and then 6:30 you should be done with your dinner. Now dinner completely, you can skip carbs, you can skip all fatty food, no sweets, nothing. Just eat, vegetables or soups or dals or anything where it's not fried, fatty, oily, or anything like that. So you can have fruits as well, you can have salads, you can mix or make a fun combination of salads itself, or soups, or anything that is non-fatty, non-carbs. So also ensure that you eat on time at night. So if you've had your dinner by 6:30, then at least you have 3 to 4 hours before you sleep, so that the body gets enough time to digest what you've eaten. And then you can have a good night's sleep as well. Because mostly what I've seen is people eat very late. There is no awareness or boundaries around, when to eat or what to eat, or if you're mm, not been told or taught this from an early age, or you've not done this before, you can, even now you can start incorporating this into your life, so that you have a good night's sleep. Eat early, don't eat at 10:30 and 11, because your kidneys also need rest, your stomach needs rest, your body goes into, all the effort and energy is going into digesting all of that. And then if you sleep, you may, end up getting flatulence or gas or related things. You could have palpitations and other consequences as well. So make sure you eat well in advance before your sleep time, and this is really important and crucial. Um, so you can also eat boiled vegetables at night if there's nothing else. So just grill some vegetables lightly and have that as well. Or if you've boiled something like rajma, or even the dals that are left from your lunch, you could always have that as a cup of it, a cup of dal or rajma or chana or something like that at 6:30. And if possible, go for another walk in the night, just to digest whatever you've eaten throughout the day, a light kind of stroll. So this is something that you can incorporate easily into your daily routine. Of course, for teenagers and kids who are stressed out throughout the day, running, between schools and colleges and all of that, they may need to eat a little bit more. But again, junk food and everything can be restricted to, let's say, before or till lunchtime maximum, so that, sweets and carbs and aerated drinks are very bad for the body. So this is something that should be avoided. And if you cannot avoid it, aerated drinks should be totally avoided if possible, as far as possible. Sweets, if you want to have, you can always have it before 3, 4 o'clock, and this is for kids. For adults, of course, please cut down on sweets as much as possible, as tempting as it may be. And one thing I've noticed personally is that if your body type and the way you are, the way you look and everything, it reflects on your lifestyle. So if you're extremely stressed, then you will tend to eat more. So you have to consciously make that decision and that choice to cut down stress, so that you can feel good enough, eat the right kind of food. So stress and the amount you eat are directly related. Make sure that you're, finding ways to reduce that stress. Ask for help wherever needed. And how much time do you invest in yourself for your health? This is up to you, how invested you are in, taking the time out. Some people might say that, we have work all day, we have no time to think about health and stuff. So you can do this on the weekend, make a plan for the week. If you have a cook or someone who cooks for you, ensure that you can train them to use minimum amount of oil per day, and see even the spices that you use. While spices are good for us, spices like jeera and ajwain, not sure what the English names are for these, but these are in methi seeds, ajwain and jeera, really good for digestion. This should be incorporated in all of our meals, in Indian meals especially. This is all included, at least a teaspoon of it in dals and stuff. And turmeric as well. Turmeric is an antiseptic. It helps you keep inflammations at bay. Herbs, spices are great to include in your food. So you can teach someone, if you can't do it and if you feel that you don't have the time, you can always train someone to do it. You can also make a basic kind of a no fuss kind of health plan or a health chart for your week, for the 5 days when you're busy with work and stuff. But on the weekends, at least you can take time to figure out and sort out and make a plan and decide what you would like to eat for the upcoming week, so that it's easier for you and that you don't have to waste extra time, especially if you feel that, it's causing you a lot of stress to sit and think about what to do each day. On that spur of the moment, maybe you may not be able to think, so planning ahead helps a lot. And how happy do you feel on a daily basis? So if your vitamins are low, for example, things like vitamin D, if this is low, you may feel that you're more prone to anxiety, depression, and the like. And your mood may feel very off every now and then. And nobody will tell you this, but this is very important. Keep checking your vitamin D level frequently, at least once in 6 months or 1 year, as well as vitamin B12. These levels should be maintained within a certain range, otherwise you could feel more tired. And vitamin B12 is for, it comes from animal fats, cheese, milk, eggs, fish, meat, and all of that. While cheese is completely a no-no for adults, for children it should be okay in a certain amount. Milk is a good thing to have in the morning with a healthy homemade protein powder. Ragi and all are very good for calcium, iron, and all of that. So include that in you can make a ragi drink with some nuts and your own homemade protein powder. So yeah, make sure you have these right amount of vitamins, minerals, and if you don't have any other health ailment like diabetes or blood pressure or thyroid or the like, then you should normally be more peppy and positive on a daily basis. But if you're not, then there is something that could be lacking in your food. So you need some amount of potassium for energy, you need some amount of starch, some amount of minerals, magnesium, for example. This comes from nuts. So figure out, sit with a nutritionist and figure out what you need on a daily basis, and make sure you incorporate all of that in your meals, and check with your doctor if your blood levels are okay. You could even be having low iron levels, so check your hemoglobin as well if that's fine, and then check your iron absorption of iron in the blood. If that also is not happening properly, then you could get more tired sooner, and you could be somebody who yawns a lot because you're trying to take in oxygen from the air outside, so you could be having low oxygen in your bloodstream as well. So if you're not someone who feels happy, and if you feel just overworked and stressed, or for the slightest thing if you start feeling stressed, then there is something lacking in your nutrition, diet, or your vitamin levels. So it's a good thing to check on all of these if that's the case. What is ideal weight? So it depends person to person, age, body type, bone structure, and stuff. You can always check this with your doctor based on your age, your gender, and your body type. There is something like body mass index as well. You can always put in your weight and check if you are within that range of your body mass index. But more importantly, don't fuss too much about the weight, and don't stress yourself out if you feel you're overweight or underweight. see what you can do from now on to make those lifestyle changes to gain weight or to lose weight if that's required. But maintaining a lifestyle is important. The gaining and the losing will happen automatically. For example, if you need to gain weight and you're extremely thin or anemic, then see what you can do to increase the protein levels, or have some mushrooms, or meat. If you don't eat meat, then eat the right kind of food, eat a little bit more portion, or see if your portion size is too less, or if you need to do deworming, for example, maybe have worms in your stomach, so whatever you eat is just going to waste. So check on all of that. And you can increase your diet. You can eat things that are fatty. There are again things like protein X, or ensure that kind of help you gain weight and maintain a proper muscle mass as well. Peas are extremely good for bodybuilding, so have a lot of peas and cottage cheese, paneer in your diet. And if you're trying to lose weight, see that you're not eating carbs at night. See that you're not eating unhealthy food or junk food or fried food, and that you're getting enough exercise every day. So depending on your age, watch out for your BMI, and see that if your waist is, there's a measure of, your length should be, your waist should be half the measure of your height. So check that your waist is not too big. That is very important. Waist is important not just to look like a model or look great or whatever, but it is ideally it should not, you shouldn't be having a big stomach or a big paunch or something. That is again an indicator of stress or some health ailment that you could be having. So figure out what that health ailment is and start working on the core issues, the health itself. If there is a health factor, work on that. For example, diabetes, or some sort of menopause or PCOD, or any other thing that you could be having, or some other issues. Figure out with your doctor if there is a health ailment, work on that first, and then your weight loss will happen automatically. But if it is just food, then obviously you need to cut back on things that are causing you to gain weight. That is something that you have to strictly follow. Ideal weight is something that is best checked. You can always check online for women and men and body type. Based on that, what would be good. So for example, if your let's say your height is they say you can measure, suppose you're 160 centimeters, then your weight should be 60 kgs or something like that. It may or may not work that way, but so it's better to check with a doctor. A few kgs here and there is always okay, because that is something that can easily be worked on. But if you're overweight or obese, then you really need to figure out which aspect of your life is lacking, because there is something lacking where you're feeding, that is being compensated by food. So you could be either stressed, or you could be having lack of self-worth, or some other health ailments which are causing this obesity, because obesity is a huge thing. It's a prolonged thing. It's not a sudden thing that you're suddenly one day you became obese. That doesn't happen. So it's something that is chronic or for a long period of time. So that's something that you need to sit and work out. And children being obese, there is no excuse for that unless there is a huge health issue, or something where it is not possible for you to lose weight, because children are supposed to be active and healthy and run around and expend their energy. So when you're younger, no matter what you eat, you might have noticed that it's very easy to be be thin or be normal, or at least slender, in terms of weight and everything. But just monitor your weight, see that instead of being starved, any extreme, instead of being starved and underweight to obese, you're trying your best to maintain an ideal or a normal weight where you can feel it. You should be able to stand for a long time. You should be able to do a lot of things without getting tired, or without huffing and puffing and going out of breath. So these are things that you can watch out for. What are some good fitness routines? So yeah, you can figure out what works for you. Ideally, you could try swimming at least once or twice a week. then regular walking, running, a slow jog, um, certain number of steps, at least if you're walking, maybe 6 to 10,000 steps a day is good enough. And then light exercises like yoga, stretching, Surya Namaskars. Then there's Kapalbhati to maintain your weight, your stomach. A lot of breathing exercises itself can help you feel a lot of difference in your weight as well, weight loss. So, while I'm not getting into all of that right now, maybe I'll start posting videos on basic breathing exercises and basic exercises going forward. But for now, just as an idea, basic exercises are good, yoga and some slow jog, running, walking, swimming, cycling, or even if you like long distance running, if you're able to do that, then good, then that helps you maintain your weight naturally. So these are some things that you can try. How much should you exercise per day? Again, without overdoing it. Suppose there have been days that you've had a party or a late night or something, and you haven't had a good night's sleep. Then obviously next day you cannot just go running or doing all kinds of heavy duty exercise. You can't. Your heart can only take so much. So make sure that you balance um, exercise and rest. If you've not had good enough rest, then please don't, you can skip 1 days of exercise, or wait till you feel stronger to be able to exercise. You have to feel healthy enough to be able to exercise, first of all, at least normal, where you're not feeling like you're going to faint or pass out, or you're lacking good nutrition, or you've not slept, or you've just been overworked or overstressed. Then that may not be a good time or good time for you to exercise. So make sure that once in the morning, maybe or if possible midday, or at least in the evening or night, kind of will help you. And if you're someone who's going to work, morning before you go to work, you can put in some amount of good enough exercise that will help you feel active throughout the day and alert and focused on your work as well. And then at night, you can just do a light kind of exercise. Now, if you're a homemaker or anyone else in any other category, then if you're used to doing a lot of household tasks, then your immunity will anyway be higher. So just figure out what you could do more that will help you enhance this immunity. You can just walk and exercise lightly during the day or whenever possible. And yoga is something that is beneficial for everyone. Yoga, exercise, walking, maybe running, or some basic fitness exercises. If you like dancing, then you can try dancing as well for 10 to 15 minutes based on your age and body type. What lifestyle should you maintain to stay healthy? I think I've answered this with all these questions. A good diet, basically. Good sleep. So they say that you need 8 hours sleep. That's not something that can work for everyone. Each person requires anywhere between 5 to 8 hours. So some people require 8 hours, you can't help it. That's fine, as long as they're active as well. Some people are okay with 5 hours sleep as well, and I even know people who are just sleeping 2.5 hours a day and are okay with it. So, but that's not something that's inspiring or something that you should try. But at the same time, yeah, this is there are people like that. So it depends on person to person. Ideally, at least 5 to 6 or 7 hours. 6 hours is great, if you can maintain that much sleep. So good sleep, good diet, eating on time is important, and trying to manage your stress. If you can manage your stress, then you automatically won't feel like overeating or eating the wrong kind of food. So don't even get things that are high in oil or fried foods around you, because if it's there, then you will feel like eating it. So refrain from keeping these things around you. Once in a way, if you go for a dinner or a party or something and you have to eat, that's fine. But otherwise, on a daily basis, try and see as much as possible how much you can discipline yourself in your diet. how to maintain consistent weight. So yeah, if you follow all of these things that we discussed, you should be easily able to maintain weight. It's not rocket science, it's not difficult. Don't let anyone tell you that, oh, you're so fat, you cannot lose weight. It's really just your perception. So don't believe anyone, just see how talk to your body, basically see what your body is telling you, and work with yourself, your body, and whatever I mentioned here. Try those things, and if you still feel you need any assistance or guidance, I can always guide you. I'm here for that. So benefits of maintaining good health, obviously you will feel happier, you'll be one aspect of your life at least will be sorted out, so you can focus on your mind, emotions, and your soul. You'll feel empowered to take charge of your life. You'll be pumped, you'll be energetic, you'll be happy, you'll be confident, you'll be healthier, your gut will be healthy, your heart will be healthy, your lungs will be healthy if you do breathing exercises regularly. And yeah, you'll feel more energetic and motivated to do anything going forward. Your body also will thank you in its own way, for there won't be anything internally that is bothering you. Otherwise, if you have an indigestion or something, your entire focus goes on that. For example, you see if you have any cuts or injuries or whatever, all your attention goes on that specific part, which is calling out desperately for you to take care of it. So imagine if you have some kind of, like food poisoning or fever, colds, all of that calls your attention to that. So when you're all right, you don't even realize it, but you won't, at least your body is not troubling you. So you will be happy normally and naturally, and you can focus on other aspects of your life. So yeah, you will feel lighter on all levels as well, which is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. You'll be more active, agile in doing your daily tasks and activities, whatever they may be. You'll be able to cope with daily stress, or work, or if you're someone who has to catch a train or a bus, or various means of transport to get to work, you'll easily be able to do that. Or if you're a doctor, dentist, or someone who has to stand all day, you'll be able to do that easily because you're fit enough to do that, you're strong enough to do that, and your feet are not feeling the weight of your entire body all the time. And especially if you're somebody who has to stand long hours in a day, it makes more sense to keep your weight light so that your feet are not feeling the burden of the entire body. Otherwise you could get varicose veins or ankle pain, feet pain, and so on. And your health will start improving, obviously, if you maintain your health on a daily basis, and you won't need to visit the doctor that often. Although annually, at least you should do your regular checks and stuff so that you're healthy on all levels. You'll also be able to focus and concentrate on what's important, that is your life, your work, your relationships, your studies, career, and all your spiritual pursuits. So I hope this video helped. If there's anything else that you need, please reach out to me at these links. I'm always here to guide you. And look out for my future videos. I will try to make some exercises on health, fitness, and some kind of exercises as well, as breathing exercises as well. And hope that helps. Reach out to me at these links. Thank you for staying with me till the end. Thank you.